Hello my beautiful Pisces, thank you so much for joining me for this, your January 2018 reading. I'm Lorien and it's a pleasure to bring you these readings every month. I don't know whether this is going to annoy you, so I'm just going to move that slightly up there. But yes, this is your reading for January 2018, general reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising sign. If you are interested in a year ahead reading for 2018, month by month, just go to the link in the description box below and it'll take you to the readings page there, or email me lorientarot@gmail.com. You can also, if you can't afford a reading but want to support the channel or just say thanks for the reading that you did on blah blah blah, then you can also buy me a coffee, or you can support me on Patreon and get access to more readings. So let's just have a look and see what comes through for you guys in the month of January. Now 2018 feels very strong. If you watch the water sign yearly reading, then you might know that it is quite a strong year. It feels like we're building blocks. It feels like we're doing certain things for ourselves. So very interesting to see. And I also feel like there's a lot of things coming through that maybe we're not aware of yet. It seems like it's going to be a mysterious year. Maybe things, the year of the woman seems to be coming through for me as well. So we're going to have a lot of powerful things happening. Ooh, and then we go victory. Okay, 6 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles. And we also have the Hierophant. And this is quite interesting because it feels like there's a lot of balance needed to kind of negotiate through each of those. It feels as though there's a lot of potential coming through for you to change things, for you to kind of cement things, have the stability, have the ability as well, to change what you no longer feel is necessary in your life. This is really good. This Six of Swords, 6 of Wands is very much about your self-confidence and progress. So you could finally be seeing the things that you're good at or have an idea as to what you want to do. And you also have the 10 of Pentacles, which is about that happiness and the wealth and establishment of something that you want to do. The Hierophant represents a little bit of tradition, but it could also be somebody around you who's a bit of holier than thou, and somebody who is kind of saying, well, I need to do this, or I must do this in my free time and all this kind of stuff. So somebody who may have this thing where they kind of a bit self-sanctimonious and all that kind of stuff. Really, that's what it feels like to me. So it could be that you're trying to battle somebody, you're trying to get somebody on your side, but it just feels a little bit strenuous. But we have the 3 of Cups, so you do have victory first. Moving forwards, that's really good. Knight of Wands, and also the 4 of Swords. So, and then we have the stability Queen beneath. So it feels a little bit like we're going a little bit ahead of ourselves in some respects. You could be thinking that you need to do something in particular, and there's a lot of joyous things coming through, but you have the 6 of Wands and then 3 of Cups here. So this is basically a re-establishment of your confidence and also that feeling of friendship and community. So maybe something with friends actually helps you. Maybe a day with friends or just kind of confiding in your friends assists you to move forwards on some plans that you had in mind, or gives you the confidence and the freedom to think, yes, it's new year, not necessarily new me, but improved me. And I think this is the sort of thing that's coming in for you. I wouldn't recommend putting any resolutions that you don't truly feel are necessary. This is the thing that's coming through a lot recently with personal readings. It's if you're not actually putting in a resolution that you feel like you can or should commit to, just because you think society tells you to either cut down on chocolate or something like that, then it's not really worth feeling the guilt over it afterwards, you know, after you fail to comply with your own resolution. So it's needing that balance, I think. But a definite achievement, a definite feel of emotional high, and I do think that this is coming in for you at the best possible time. And then you have the Ten of Pentacles, which is again about establishment, but when it's complemented by the Knight of Wands, this is quite a strong, passionate, adventurous realm. So I think that you're going to get your achievements here, and you're going to get your happy ever after financially, work wise, by being a little bit of adventurous and seeing things outside the box. So for instance, if you always wanted to do something in particular and you're not quite sure how to go about it, maybe it's not in the realm that you're looking at. So maybe, for instance, you've always wanted to paint doors, but all you've ever done is paint doors of houses. Maybe you can look outside of it more. Maybe I can paint doors in city buildings and paint doors for exhibitions, or that kind of thing. It's a bit of a boring example, unless you do, of course, like painting doors. But it's kind of like that. I mean, I have a friend who's a teacher in a Pisces, and she's not happy being a teacher in this country anymore. So maybe she can look, if you're watching this, maybe you can actually look at what it physically takes to go to another country and teach, or to do something different, or how else you can educate young minds and stuff. So it's kind of like that feeling that comes in, and it is being a little bit adventurous, looking at somewhere different. But this is definitely a weight on your shoulders, and it feels like something's too rigorous, too rigid, no room for errors, no room for doing this, no room for doing that, and it stifles your creativity. And this is what it is. This is your recuperation. You need to be resting, you need to be recovering from everything else you've gone through, but the stress of something else that just demands its attention and demands this traditional, this like a constant machine churning out things, this is actually doing more harm than it is good. So maybe it's a job or a relationship that you're not quite having a good time with anymore, or maybe it's kind of situation in the living area. It just feels like you're doing something to yourself, or it could be a habit that's just not gelling with anything that you're doing after all, and this needs to be remedied. You need to kind of take a step back, but I feel like you are going to overcome it. I do feel like you are going to remove yourself from it, and to be honest, you will break free of it. But it could be something that you're just kind of saying, look, I need to go freelance rather than work full time. Or you could say, well, I need time to do my project, write that book, paint that picture. You know what I mean? So it could be something that you need to just take a break from. Okay, let's have a look and see. And your body will force you to take a break if you don't do it yourself. So I would recommend that you allot time for yourself if possible. All right, let's see what the runes have to say for you. And we have okay, so we either have Nathis here. I have no idea basically how you pronounce this correctly, but for me it's Nathis. I only ever read it. And it's about endurance and survival, determination, but also patience. We are going into the year 2 universally, and depending on your personal year, it will be quite interesting to see what comes up. I think that a lot of this is depending on you, what you want to achieve, what you want to see, what you want to create. And for me, this determination is kind of where you see the seeds start to bloom. So whatever you created in 2017, the seeds are now blooming for you. And it is now a case of, all right, so something's working here, let me do it, let me have a look. But it's not as immediate or fast or anything like that. Maybe when you get to year 3, year 5, that's going to be quite fast. But this year you may have spits and spots where it's really busy and then there's nothing. So just kind of keep that in mind. But this is a year, or a month should I say, for determinations and patience, and having that kind of how to put it, if you're restless, it's time to kind of look why. If you're going, I don't really know, I don't know what I want to do, then maybe you need to sort of meditate a little bit, focus on what you need to do. Because, for instance, with me, I have not done any spells or personal spells or personal witchcraft work for quite a while now, and I think that I need to just take that time for me, and I think it's the same for you. You're kind of drifting away from maybe what makes you happy, so you need to look back at what does. I think that's your thing this month. But let me know in the comments below what you think, Pisces. I do wish you the very best to start 2018. It seems like it's going to be interesting. And if you do want to leave me a comment below, let me know what you think of your year so far when we get to January. But yeah, if you want a reading from me, I have various ones available in the link below. If you want to buy me a coffee, please feel free to do so, or you can email me lorientarot@gmail.com. Blessed be. And I really, really hope that you have a brilliant start to the year. It's looking quite interesting. I can't wait to read for you in February. Take care now and speak soon.